everyone! I am here. I am your host, Dub Devil, aka Q, and we are back with Everlasting Summer Part 20. We made it to 20 right now, and at that half point, I cannot stop. So at this point, we're gonna have to play it all the way through. We're on day 4. I would say we're in the beginning. We're still in the beginning of day 4. We're just taking a shower. And then we come back to see, Miku is there, since we were searching through the wood, like, we were looking into the woods to see what was the rummaging about, and we were seeing Miku searching in the grass for something. So once Miku spot us, we can't escape. So she immediately jumps to us, and then we're on this dialogue, which I have to speak very fast for. So, I hope you enjoy I also want to know if you really enjoy, like, my voice acting, my horrible voice acting for, like, every one of them. Like, I mean, I don't really try that much, but, like, I at least try to have fun with it. Like, that's how I show my fun. I give certain characters different voices. Unless the girl voices are the same, but I try to make them sound different, like either calmer, more seductive, or like more angry or something like that, or more happy. So that's it. That's all I want to know, if y'all enjoy like me talking or making like voices for these characters. If not, I guess read it in my normal voice, but what's the point of that? What's the fun in that, reading in my normal voice? So, yeah, let's do this. Oh, man. Oh, hello, good morning. Accidentally scattered my tooth powder. Just trying to gather it all back up. Oh, man. I see. The dewy grass didn't seem to be helping matters. Yeah. Are you sure that's a good idea? Well, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was the last I had. Oh. She pouted like a child who had just had her favorite toy taken from her. Here, I'll give you mine. I dug it out and dug into my bag. No tooth powder there. The heck? Strange. Didn't I just put it in there? I walked away for just a minute, and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I have forgotten it. I didn't want to tell her that it had just gone missing. I don't know how. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household goods would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating? What? It's not like she's a robot, dude. Well, I'll be off. Yeah, cheers. Visit us. I mean, visit me in the music club. I mean, all alone there, but Miku's voice faded in the freshness of the summer morning far behind me. Man, Miku, you are something else. You are special. You're cool. Getting back to the leader's cabin, I took my cell phone and looked at the battery meter. Even enough power for a day, maybe even less. Of course, it won't help me much in here, but still, finding a charger in the 80s would mean inventing it, right? Still, regardless, the morning was shining and beautiful. The bright sun was shining over the space and time displaced Pioneer Camp Soviank, warming its residents and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or, in my case, to waste it in a futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. There was an unusually large crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen. But why were they all crowding on the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like the all camp. Wait, it looked like the all the camp Huh. It looked like all the camp had gathered at the porch. There were all of the familiar girls, Olga and Electronic. They were having a lively discussion. I drew closer. Ah, Simon. Have you seen Sure today? Nope. What's the matter? We haven't been able to find him since the early morning. Disappearing pioneers? Well, that's something new. But he was with you yesterday. She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. So you woke up this morning and he wasn't there anywhere to be found? Nope. Why don't you come to me immediately? Why didn't you come to me immediately? Well, I thought that he got up earlier and went to wash up or something. Did he mention anything yesterday? Interjected Sylvia. For example, that he was going somewhere, for instance. Nope. What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk. You don't know Sure. You don't know Sure. She looked over at me seriously. Well, no, I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in this situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him. How could he miss breakfast? Yelena grinned. Exactly. Exactly. Man, how did I do a verse? Exactly. Time to eat anyway. The pioneers proceed into the canteen. Yet again, I had no choice where to fit in. The only free place was at the table with Alyssa and Yelena. You know what? It doesn't seem like a bad idea sitting next to him anymore. Take a seat. She pointed at the chair next to her. I sat down. Aren't you gonna get your food? Good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Today's breakfast didn't look much different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Or maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible, to avoid yet another Yelena prank. Wanna go to the beach with us today? When? Right after breakfast. Generally speaking, relaxation wasn't on my agenda today, but if I was going to spend time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting a suntan? Sure, why not? Ah, cool. She smiled nicely. I bet you're planning another prank. No, not at all. Yelena waved her hands at me. Sure she is. Alice grinned, and she's always like that. I looked at Alice attentively and suddenly remembered yesterday evening. Her strange behavior, our quarrel, but now she looked like usual. Maybe there's no need to say anything to her. Though I wasn't going to. At the end of the day, everything that happened that night stopped seeming unusual, as if it was all just a dream. No way! I think she's right. Nobody believes me! Yelena took her tray of dirty dishes and stood up. Enjoy your meal! She said in such a way which left no doubt nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Me and Alice were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why is that? Well, I've got something to do. And exactly what would that be? She looked in my eyes, and I couldn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit. Try mine. Bruh. 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 You think it will fit me? Give it a try. I don't think it's worth the effort. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks. Those words only added to my fear. Wait for me by the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing wrong with waiting for her, is there? Alright. Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers all having their own business. Hurried past me one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. It seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager, their age, their comrade, you could say. I caught myself thinking that I had started to consider this camp and its inhabitants with not much caution as I had on the first day. Indeed, Alice was back in a couple of minutes. Ready? Ready for what? She gave me the trunks. Though you hardly couldn't call them trunks. They looked like pink boxers decorated with butterflies and flowers. God damn it, Alice. Are you serious? I'd rather swim in my drawers again than this. Actually, they were boxers. Don't we have boxers? Or are we... That's interesting. Are we wearing the same, like, underwear and socks and shoes each and every day? Because we don't have a change of clothes. Huh. That, I guess so, but I don't want to think about it too much. I'm almost afraid to ask, but where did you get these? Too scared to put them on? Well, you know, I have not the slightest intention of doing so. I appreciated her joke, but wasn't going to make myself a laughingstock. Put them on! She said roughly. Why don't you try them on instead of me? I think that the color of this swimsuit would set off your eyes very nicely. Let's make a bet. Oh god, another bet! What do you want to bet on? Do you want to bet on? Nope. High School Musical, that was like, what? A long time ago? I was like in middle school. I had no desire to accept her bets. No thanks. Alright. Alright. You either go to the beach wearing them, or you swim naked. Weighing the pros and cons, even the second option seems better than the first. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. Then I'll tell everyone that you left these trunks in my cabin. Why would I do that? How should I know? You're just making up excuses. You're making up problems for me, just not even knowing what other people would think. Really? She burst into laughter. I didn't want to argue with Alice, so I decided to go to the beach in the end. You know, it feels like I call her Alyssa and I call her Alice sometimes. I might just stick to Alyssa at this point, or I don't know. It usually depends, but not in those flamboyant trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late. She ran off after saying that. I dragged my feet into the leader's cabin to get a towel and so hopefully to find something like trunks. Olga was waiting for me in the room. You're always waiting for me in the room. Do you have, like, senses, like, spidey senses? Of how, like, I'm always coming face to face with you, and it feels like you know every time I'm gonna come back. Simon, did you hear anything about Sure? Same as half an hour ago. I walked to my bed and took a towel. Are you going somewhere? Yes, to the beach. Wait, do you have a swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, as I recall. Strange. That fact didn't seem to surprise her during our first encounter. No. So what will you wear? Good question. What? I don't know. Wait a minute. She walked to the wardrobe and unlocked a drawer. In a moment, she had a pair of normal black trunks. Oh. Man, Sylvia and Olga, they get me out of a bind pretty quickly. I like them. Where did she get those? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous session might have forgotten them. Considering all of the strange things in this camp, it wasn't really surprising to find men's swimming trunks in Olga's room. Yeah. Thanks. The trunks were just my size. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. Thank you, Olga. I forgot to say thank you. Aw. And a lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I recognized only Alyssa and Yelena. Come here! I walked over to them and sat on the sand. I see you found something better. You know, every time I hear Alyssa's voice in my head, she has to sound like Tamari to me from Naruto, the big girl with the fan. She always has to sound like Tamari because that's how that's what she gives off of me, like that Tamari vibe of like her. She stared at my trunks and smirked. As you can see, come on, let's swim. I don't want to. Maybe later. I was not a fan of swimming. Suit yourself. The girls ran into the water. Why did I come here? Why am I not out looking for answers? Should I care about it now? Sylvia seemed normal. Certainly a lot of strange things have happened to me during these 3.5 days, but not one of them taken separately seemed at all supernatural. Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding so much as a clue. On the contrary, even everything that has happened has only confused me more. What alternatives do I have? I won't get any truth from the local residents, though I doubt they even know it. Should I try to leave this place? But how far can I walk considering that I don't even know where I am? It turns out that my only option is to wait. After some time, the girls came back. Yelena held something in her hands. Look! I looked up and saw a crayfish. Just a normal crayfish. Oh. Playing with that Oh! You know what? I see more than a crayfish. I see more than that crayfish right there. I see more than that crayfish. I see more than that crayfish. Why? I see more than the crayfish right there. I really do. I see more than that crayfish. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely see more than that crayfish. I'm sorry, but it's like so funny. I'm sorry, it's really funny to me. It went so like calmly, and out of nowhere they struck you with this. If they can't strike you with actions, they'll strike you with a picture, and like, oh my god. Oh man, but such detail, and I mean, Alice, you look fine. Go on, please. I'm just gonna keep reading. Just keep reading. Yelena lay next to me and started to torment it. Jeez, stop like torturing the crayfish. Leave the poor animal alone. Why? It's just a crayfish. So what? It has a right to live too. I'll rip its claws off and ask the cook to boil it after dinner. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay. As if we have nothing else to eat. I looked at Alyssa. She seemed to be totally uninterested in Yelena's fun with her poor sea creature. Tell her. What's wrong? Oh, what's wrong? It's a crayfish. It deserves it. It looked like the girls missed their lessons on nature in primary school and lacked empathy for the environment. Give it. I snatched the crayfish off Yelena. Suit yourself. I was a little surprised she didn't resist. I looked into the eyes of the poor animal. They didn't express anything at all. I thought that if I could speak, it would certainly be outraged. Maybe it would even go to the UN conversation of human rights. To tell the truth, I wasn't sure that would help. I took the crayfish to the river and set it free. Never mind, I'll catch more. There are plenty of them here, said Yelena. No doubt about it, I mumbled. She got another one, didn't she? Time passed and I was getting sleepy. I fell asleep. I didn't remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all, but I woke up when someone shook my shoulder. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, you are looking fine. Jesus. Why do you have more revealing? Yours is more revealing than anyone else's. Oh. Wow. Oh man. Yeah, she certainly did stand right next to me. Oh. Oh man. Did you come to swim too? I asked, half asleep. Nope. No, it's almost time for lunch, and we still can't find Shriek. So you decide to change and come here? I see. Oh, alright then. The leader said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. Oh my god, it's wet too. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that she's wet. I mean that the water, it made her wet. I mean, no, not like that. Not like that. I mean, she went for a swim. Okay, she just went to the water. That's all she did. And I want you to look for him. Oh man. Alright. Well. Alright. Okay. Well, I guess we have to look for him. It seems like I'm the only pioneer in the entire camp. I was sincerely outraged. Every time it was getting clearer that Olga considered me her errand boy, to be used like a slave. I mean, after seeing her in that ball dress, after seeing her in that swimming trunks, and after seeing her naked. Well, we didn't see her, but Simon did. I think we're getting closer to Olga than I imagined. I'm losing trace on who I should go after at this point. Uh, it's literally, I'm going after Alice, but then I'm swerving over to Olga, and then I'm swerving over to Luna, and then I'm swerving over to Sylvia, and then Helena. It's like people can place their bets on me and to see where I would go, because I bet you they're gonna do that somehow. Somehow this game is gonna just separate, like, every time. It's just gonna separate, like, oh, do you want to be with her? Since you're spending more time with her, how about we place this girl? Would you spend more time with her too? And how about what else would happen? Would you spend more time with all of them, or one of them, or two of them, or three of them? But as for today, we're gonna stop it right here, guys. I will, just because I feel like I want to play this more, I'll post one more. One more, like, that'll be a fifth one today. So, every day, like, this is only a special one because I really want to get into this more and more. So, this one will be today, and then usually every day it'll be 4 episodes of Everlasting Summer and probably 1 episode of a random thing. So I will make one more episode of Everlasting Summer, and then I will post all 5 of them, and then I will post one Let's Fail of me and Gus playing Portal 2 on on a level that it's not the first level. Like I said, it's not supposed to be a playthrough. It's just a look at, I would say. So, alright, guys, hope you all liked it. Hope you all enjoyed it. I sure did. I love this. Even though my character is dense as hell, we noticed that Sylvia and Olga gets us out of a bind so quickly. It's really interesting. It's really cool how they're like helping us and all that through the camp, because Sylvia and Olga are the only ones that we can trust in this camp, which is strange, because everyone in this camp, mostly everyone in this camp, is either like makes fun of us, like doesn't listen to us, are shy of us, or just angry at us. But Sylvia and Olga are just like really cool with us, which is weird. I mean, I guess they're here to help. I mean, Olga is like supposed to be, upstanding and like proper and like the scout way and all that other stuff, because she's she's the scout leader or something. And then we have Sylvia, which is the right hand of Olga, which takes care of things. She has the keys to everything. So that's it. Yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for keeping up with this series. I mean, most of you do, hopefully. Hopefully, my plan is to bring in new people every time I do an episode, or like a new series on a new video game. So I hope I'll accomplish that, and I hope I'll just have fun with this, and I love having fun just posting for you guys, and it means so much that you're watching my random rambling and reading of this visual novel. So, thank you all guys so much for watching. I am Dub Devil, aka Q, and I am out.